Hi, and welcome to Missed It by How Much. This is the channel that tests sports hypotheses by using computer game engines. We're currently testing the hypothesis that through playing Action PC Baseball as if it's OOTP and making roster changes and also managing on the field, we can win the World Championship in 2013 with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Today's game is Game 73, and it starts in the real season, a momentous stretch for the Dodgers. They win 10 in a row and win 42 out of 50 of the next 50 games starting today in today's game. This was the last game of that stretch. An 840 winning percentage. Well, this just pretty much celebrates the stretch on this page. At the end of it, this talks more about what happened in that period of time. They lost the game on the 21st. They were 30 and 42 at that time, 9.5 games out of first. And then the 50 game stretch went from June 22nd to August 17th. And they ended up, after being 9.5 games down, they had an 8.5 game lead. And then they finished the season 20-20. But still an impressive stretch. One of the best of the Dodgers in LA Dodger history. But they were surpassed by the 2017 team who went 43-7, was a game better. That team also had a weird stretch towards the end where they lost 16 out of 17, I believe. So that is the backdrop. And in a moment, I'll show you the box score from today's game. Zack Greinke and a future Dodger Edinson Volquez pitches for the Padres. He'll later get released, and the Dodgers will pick him up to start some games towards the end of the season. Dodgers win today 6-1. 4 runs in the 6th. There you see. And the starting lineups. And there's the big plays of the game. Okay. Here's our lineup for today. For the Dodgers, Loney at first, Victorino in center, Schumacher at second, Puig in right, Greinke on the mound, Ethier in left, Uribe at third, Ellis behind the plate, and Gordon playing shortstop. 5.2 runs expected. The range is a little down because we're going to try to give Mark Ellis the day off. There's the San Diego lineup. Forsythe at second, Venable in right, Headley at third, Quinton in the starting lineup in left. Kotze gets a rare start at first, Grandal behind the plate, Amarista in center field. Somebody at shortstop, Pedro, I believe. Volquez on the mound. Dodgers won the first 2 games of the series. It's a 4-game set. There's the benches and the bullpens. I believe the Dodgers have everybody there. 2 straight shutouts in a row. Kershaw with an over, I'm going to say it's close to 30 innings. It's less than 30, but it's close. A scoreless streak for the Dodgers. 71 degrees. We're at night. Winds blowing out to right field at 3 miles an hour. Greinke on the season is 5-1 with a 2.65 ERA. Volquez 3-5 with a 5.83 ERA. Let's play a baseball game. First up, James Loney leading off, hitting .335 on the season. And he gets a base hit to start off. Into right field, past Forsythe, Venable picks it up, and he'll hold with the single. Nobody out for Victorino, hitting .314 on the season with an OPS of .950. Volquez delivers, and it looks like a base hit to left field. Quinton waiting for it to come down, picks it up, and watches Loney coast into third as he hits the cutoff man. Runners at the corners with nobody out and a scoring opportunity for Skip Schumacher hitting .292 and OPS of .787. Looking for some contact here. Volquez at 9 pitches, delivers, and there's a ground ball to short. Siriaco fields it. Well, they're playing back, so we're going home. Flip to Forsythe for 1. The runner is out, and Schumacher makes 2. And he does not get an RBI for that. Ground out. Bases are empty. Dodgers lead 1-0, but it could have been so much more. Puig's turn. He's hitting .333 on the season. He lines one into left. Is that going to fall? It will. Quinton picks it up on a hop. Puig continues the inning with 2 outs. He's at first for Greinke. He's hitting .440 on the season with 6 RBI and OPS of 1.053. Volquez now at 17 out of 105 pitches. Rocks, winds, and fires. And there's another base hit. That's the 4th hit off of Volquez this half inning. 10 to left. 97% chance to get the 3rd. We're going to take that. As a throw goes into the cutoff man. It's 1st and 3rd again. The only out's a ground ball double play by Schumacher. Runners again at the corner. 2 out. This time the batter is Ethier. He's hitting .260 on the season with an OPS of .789. Greinke off of first. Puig over at third. Ethier at the plate. Swings and there's a fly ball to right. Venable going back. It's up really high. Is it over Venable's head? It is, and it is gone. Just over. A wall scraper for Andre Ethier, but couldn't have come at a better time. A 3-run shot that gives the Dodgers a 4-0 lead. That's a 6th home run of the season, 327 feet. And Volquez is in trouble already. Now, if you watch the previous video about the Red Sox and how they're behind the Rays, the computer will pull a starter after they give up 5 earned runs. And that does not bode well for San Diego today. And we may block it. We may, because to pull him this early in the game, sure, you may lose the game, but you could mess up your bullpen for a week if you lose your starter this quickly. You probably lost the game with Greinke on the mound down 4-0, but you could lose a lot more if you don't have a bullpen to go to. So at least we could try to block that if that does occur. So we'll see. The first 6 Dodger batters, only one batter has made a poor play. And that was Schumacher, who erased Victorino as well as himself. Okay, Uribe hitting .239. Wow. With 7 home runs, 30 RBI, 690 OPS. That's really bad. Volquez delivers, and there's a ground ball to third. Headley picks it up. Slingshot across to Kotze, gets him. And the half inning is over, but the Dodgers get 4, including a gigantic blow with the 3-run shot by Andre Ethier. The Padres coming up to face Zach Greinke for the first time. To start off, Logan Forsythe, who's hitting .289 on the season, faces Zach with a 4-run lead. Let's see if we get good Zach today. Forsythe with a fly ball to left. Looks playable. Ethier drifting to his left. Reaches up and the ball comes down in his glove. 1 out for Venable. .272 on the season, .837 OPS. Strides in and hits a ground ball to second. Schumacher waiting for it. And he messes it up. His 2nd error of the season. Allows Venable to reach. This is not an insurmountable lead. 4-0. Venable 68% chance to run. We'd love him to. As Headley steps in, hitting .254. Pitch by Greinke. It looks like a base hit to center. Just left center. Victorino picks it up and fires it into Gordon, and I don't know if we have good Greinke or not. Error by Schumacher, a single by Headley, 2 on, 1 out for Carlos Quentin, and this is the type of spot you'd want him up in. Carlos hitting .311 with 11 home runs, 46 RBI, an OPS of 1.010. The numbers in the box don't look great, but Greinke not pitching well. We could walk him, but then you risk the chance of giving up a gigantic inning. Of course, you have the opportunity of giving up a 3-run homer right here. Zach rocks and fires. There's a fly ball to left. It doesn't look that bad right now. Ethier moving to his left, reaches up and makes the second put out of the half inning and fires into Uribe to hold Venable to second. 2 out. Runners at first and second for Kotze. Numbers in the box don't look scary. Left-handers hitting .295 on the season. Greinke into the windup. Fires, and there's a ground ball to third. Another worm killer barely gets to Uribe. Fires across to Loney in time to get him in the half inning. The Padres get an error and a single, but they leave both runners. We're through one. It's 4-0 Dodgers. Volquez back out for a second half inning of work at 28 pitches. We'll face A.J. Ellis, D. Gordon, and James Loney back to the top of the order. First Ellis. There's a liner to left. Looks like it's going to fall. It does in front of Quentin. Another hit off of Volquez. That's the 6th. Runner on with nobody out for Gordon. And he has great numbers in the box. We're going to let him swing. The pitch is a comebacker, it looks like. Yep. As good as a bunt. Gordon thrown out at first. Ellis moves up to second. 1 out for Loney, who's 1 for 1. He scored a run on, and he has a single and is only at bat. Base hit here could score Ellis from second. Good numbers in the box. Volquez at 39 pitches, delivers. There's a fly ball to right. That is way back. Venable is just going to watch it go. That ball will not return to this earth in its original form as James Loney hits a 2-run shot. The Dodgers now lead 6-0. 86-mile-an-hour changeup. 359 feet for James, his 8th home run of the season. And now that might be a comfortable enough lead. 1 out. The wind helped there, blowing out to right field at 3 miles an hour. That was a second deck. James doesn't usually hit it that far. Victorino's 1 for 1. He also singled and was erased in a double play. Volquez's pitch is a can of corn to Forsythe. It's a pop-up. He makes the catch. 2 out. Nobody on for Schumacher. Schumacher, Uribe, and Gordon, only players without a hit so far in the lineup. Loney has 2. Schumacher's first time up, grounded into a double play. Volquez pitches. And Schumacher hits one to right. That is a can of beans to Venable. He drops the apron and collects the ball. We're through 1.5. The Dodgers get 2 more on a Loney home run. They lead 6-0. Greinke second half inning of work. Hopefully no scoreboard malfunctions or fans running onto the field. If you've watched a previous video that Zach started, you know what I'm talking about. He's at 20 pitches as he goes into the bottom of the second. Grandal first up. Fly ball to left. Ethier, busy guy out there, makes the catch. 1 out. For Amarista, Alexi hitting .242 on the season. Greinke fires, and there's a ground ball to second. Schumacher's second attempt. This time a lot better than the first. Throws across to Loney, 2 down for Ciriaco. Pedro hitting .235 on the season. Greinke at 25 pitches. Watches a ball get past Loney into right field. 2 out single for Pedro. He'll hold. For Volquez. We're going to see if Edison gets a chance to hit here. Currently 111 average. Ciriaco could steal. Instead, he watches Volquez get a base hit over Schumacher's head. Ciriaco will cruise to third. And the Padres have a threat. First and third. 2 out for Forsythe, who's 0 for 1 his first time up. He flied to deep left center. Greinke at 29 pitches. Numbers in the box don't look bad. Gonna let him throw. And he strikes out Forsythe. We're through 2. Padres threaten again, but don't score. It's 6-0 Dodgers. Volquez in for the 3rd inning of work. He didn't get pulled. He gave up 6 runs. It's amazing. So I don't know why that Dempster got pulled after 1/3 of an inning of work. He gave up 5. Interesting how the computer works. Volquez to face Puig, Greinke, and Ethier, all who have had hits in previous at-bats. Volquez at 47 out of a possible 105. Watches Puig get on again as he hits one past Siriaco into left field. Quinton is also, both left fielders are seeing a lot of action. It was Headley's fault that the ball got through. That's his 14th poor play this season. Puig at first with nobody out for Greinke. This pitcher don't bunt. But he does strike out. 1 out. Puig at 63%. I don't think Puig has a stolen base this season. I mean, we're not going to go for it just to get him stat. But that's an interesting thought just to see. We're almost halfway through the season. And you would think somebody with Yasiel Puig's speed would have a stolen base. He's tried twice. He's failed both times. Well, he's not going to try right here unless that number gets a lot higher. All right, Ethier's 1 for 1. He's had the biggest hit of the game, a 3-run shot to right. First time up, Volquez lines and fires. And there's a fly ball to center. Amarista, the glove goes up. And the ball comes down inside of it. Puig back to first. 2 out. Puig still at 60-ish%. Doesn't go anywhere for Uribe, who's 0 for 1. Who still can't get it going on offense. And hits a ground ball to short. Forsythe trying to cut in front of Siriaco. He doesn't. And Uribe beats the throw to first. He's got an infield single. And there's runners at first and second with 2 outs for Ellis, who also had a single his first time. That's the 9th hit off Volquez. He's gotten 8 outs so far. We get this guy? I hope we get a better version of him. Okay, Dodgers lead 6-0. Runners at first and second. 2 out. Pitchers on deck. Oh, excuse me. D. Gordon's on deck. Let's see what Ellis gets to swing at. Volquez at 67 pitches now. Fires and strikes out Ellis. Second strikeout. The Dodgers strand 2. We're through 2.5 at 6-0. Okay, second time through. Venable, Headley, and Quinton to face Greinke at 32 pitches. There's a fly ball to center. Victorino backing up ever so slightly. Watches the ball fall into his glove. 1 out. This scoreless inning streak for the Dodgers is now over 20 innings. Is that right? It just this in this series alone. I haven't gone back to the game before that. Could be longer than that. Hopefully I'll remember to look at that after the game. 1 out for Headley. The series has gone Eovaldi shut out the Padres, and then Kershaw shut out the Padres. And now Greinke has 2 innings of shutout ball. Looking for a third half inning. He'll face Headley, who got a hit his first time up. Greinke winds and fires, and that might break the streak. I might have cursed it right there. Deep to right field, Puig back, looking and watching it go off the wall. Streak still alive. That's a double for Headley, a 1 out double, his 19th of the season. And he's in scoring position for Quinton, who's 0 for 1. He flew to left his first time up. Greinke at 38 pitches says, quit talking about scoreless inning streaks. Okay, Quinton, not great numbers in the box, but you always have to be careful with a guy like him. So we're going to pitch around here. His power is just scary. And it's a liner to third. Uribe makes the catch. Headley back to second. 2 out for Kotsay, who's 0 for 1. He's hitting .292 on the season. Greinke from the stretch fires, and there goes the run streak. There's a base hit for Kotze. Ethier will pick it up, but no chance to throw him out at home. The Padres' Headley scores, and the game is now 6-1 Dodgers. Boy, I jinxed that. As soon as the thought came to my mind, how many half innings have we? Oh, guess what? Never mind. It's over. Okay, Greinke gives up a run. The Dodgers still lead 6-1. Kotze at first with 2 outs for Grandal, who's 0 for 1. He flied to left center his first time up. Greinke at 44 pitches watches a comebacker come into his glove. He fires across to Loney and gets the slow-footed Grandal easily. We're through 3. 1/3 of this game is complete, and the Dodgers lead 6-1. Volquez, who's turned this, what it was early a disaster, into at least a competent outing, goes to the hill for a 4th half inning of work. At 72 pitches, he'll face D. Gordon, James Loney for the 3rd time, and Shane Victorino. Volquez fires, and Gordon hits a comebacker. Volquez gloves it, and gets a speedy Gordon by a step. And now it's over for Volquez at 72 pitches. Tim Stoffer comes in to relieve. He's been in this series before. He's got a .92 ERA. He's 1-0, 9 hits, and 19 2/3 innings pitched. Are you sure you guys want to pitch this guy? 8 walks, 15 strikeouts, .864 whip. You got to play him at some point, I guess. James Loney is 2 for 2 with 2 RBI and 2 runs scored. Not great numbers in the box for James there. First attempt against Stoffer. Tim delivers, and there's a fly ball to right. Wind's blowing left to right now at 3 miles an hour. So this one's an easy one for Venable. The glove goes up, and the ball comes down inside it. 2 out for Victorino. 1 for 2. He singled the pitch. There's a ground ball to Headley. Big Saturday hop across to Victorino. They got him. Dodgers nothing across in the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom. It's 6-1. Greinke at 46 out of a possible 115 faces Amarista, Siriaco, and Stoffer here in the bottom of the 4th. And it's a fly ball. Lazy fly ball to Victorino. He drops the apron and makes a great play. His 9th of the season to make the catch. Let's see, did he dive? He dove. 1 out. For Siriaco, who's 1 for 1. Facing Greinke, and he hits him. So the speedy Siriaco is on base again for the 2nd time today. Stoffer steps in. I'm assuming they're going to want him to pitch more than just the 2 outs he got last half inning. So Siriaco has 74% chance to steal. We're going to throw over there first. See what happens. It's down to 47. Okay. And then we're going to bring the infield in. I'm looking for a bunt. And Kyle Blanks is coming into pinch hit, so I guess that's all they use Stoffer for 2 outs. We got to move the infield back to normal depth. There we go. Blanks on season 193 average. We're not afraid of that. There's the pitch by Greinke. And there's looks like a comebacker. Can there be 2 out of this? Nope, just the first. Siriaco moves into scoring position with 2 down. For Forsythe is 0 for 2. Today he has fly to deep left center and struck out. Pitch by Greinke. Siriaco's on the move. That's a base hit past Gordon into left field. Siriaco should score easily. Ethier going to try to hold Forsythe to a single. He does. Padres score at 6-2 now. Forsythe gets his first meaningful hit of the season that I can remember. At least against the Dodgers. Greinke, not with his best stuff today, has given up 2 already. 2 out. Forsythe at first for Venable, who's 0 for 2. His numbers are decent here in the box. Nice slug of 475. He has 11 home runs on the season. Headley on deck, who's 2 for 2, so you're going to have to be careful here. So we're going to pitch around him. Greinke does. And he walks him. First and second, 2 out for Headley, who's 2 for 2 today. He scored the run that broke the streak. I like the numbers slightly better, except for this on base of 342. So we're going to go right at him. He has 5 home runs, but not as scary as Venable. Greinke fires and strikes him out. Only his second strikeout, but he gets out of trouble again. He's dodged it a lot. We're through 4. It's 6-2 Dodgers as Tyson Ross comes in to pitch again. These guys in the Padres bullpen have rubber arms. Tyson with the 3.50 ERA. He's given up 35 hits and 36 innings pitched. 20 walks, 31 strikeouts. Whip of 1.528. He'll face Schumacher first, who's 0 for 2. The pitch is a ground ball to second. Forsythe waits for it, and they get him easily. 1 out. For Puig is 2 for 2. He scored a run. Ross delivers, and there's a fly ball to left. Quinton's going back. He's watching it, but it looks playable. The glove goes up, and the ball comes down inside of it. 2 out. For Greinke, he's 1 for 2. He scored a run. Ross gives up a ground ball to Siriaco. Big Saturday hop. Easy throw to first is over his head. He had plenty of time with Greinke running. Third error of the season goes into the dugout, and Greinke's in scoring position with 2 down for Ethier, who with 2 at-bats has a 3-run home run. Ross at 11 out of possible 20 pitches. Takes a deep breath, delivers, and there's a ground ball to Siriaco again. Big Saturday hop. The throw is in time and on target this time. And that ends the half inning. The Dodgers get a runner thanks to an error, and that's it. We're through 4.5. It's 6-2 LA. Greinke at 71 out of a possible 115 will face Quinton, Kotsay, and Grandal. The numbers in the box don't look scary. Let's go right after him. Pitch. The pop-up. Looks like it's Uribe. Waiting for it. And he makes the catch. 1 out. For Kotsay, who's 1 for 2, he's got the RBI. He drove in Headley to break the streak. Greinke fires, and it's a pop-up. This time, foul territory. Ellis has it, and he drops it. Wow, his first error of the season. So Kotsay gets a second chance with a 0-1 count. Greinke fires, and there's a ground ball to D. Gordon. The worm killer picked up, and he fires across to Loney in time. There's 2 out. Which reminds me, why is D. Gordon in the game? He'll get one more at bat, I guess. And so will Uribe? I want Uribe to get an at bat. I guess so. Okay. 78 pitches for Greinke. He's facing Grandal. Try to finish off the half inning. He does. He strikes him out. We're through 5. Zach qualifies for a win. It's 6-2 Dodgers. Uribe, Ellis, and Gordon. And look at those numbers in the box. They just look terrible. You know what? I'm gonna pinch it for Uribe. I don't know that these look at Luis Cruz. They're terrible too. Let's try Jerry Hairston. I know this is a bad idea, but it has to be done at some point. Jerry Hairston is way below in his expected at bats. Look at that. He's at 33 out of a possible 204. He's terrible, and he's worse. He's a terrible hitter, but he's worse at playing third base. But you're going to have to do it at some point. He's going to have to do some innings there. So he's going to start off here in the top of the 6th. Ross fires, and there's a liner into right field. It's over Kotsay's head. It's a base hit. Jerry Hairston Jr. with a single for Ellis. He's 1 for 2. The numbers in the box don't look good, so we're going to bunt here. See if we can sacrifice. Good bunt, but it erases the one Hairston. Actually, he's slower than Ellis, so that's actually a win, I guess. On the base paths for Gordon, who's 0 for 2. Numbers on base don't look bad. I think coax a walk out here. Let's see. Pitch. Nope, there's a ground ball to short. It's taken a long time to get to Siriaco. Finally picks it up. And he gets the force play. Now there are 2 outs. Keep going up in speed at first base, but no farther than first base. Gordon at 59% is not going to go anywhere. And here's Loney, who's 2 for 3. He is a 2-run homer. Pitch by Ross, his first to throw over at Gordon. And he's at 89% chance now. He's stealing. The pitch. Loney takes it. And Gordon steals his 23rd. That's a ball. That'll help Loney's numbers. They look astronomical. 379 average, 496 on base, 526 slug, an OPS of 1.022. He's already got 2 hits in the game, including a home run. And Ross looks like he's out of pitches. Let's see if that ends up being good for the Dodgers. Gordon off a second. Ross delivers, and there's a liner into center. Amarista make the catch? Nope. And we're going to send Gordon home. On a 5-arm? Yep. There's no throw. It's thrown into the cutoff man Headley. Loney's 3rd hit of the day produces a run. The Dodgers now lead 7-2. For Victorino, who's 1 for 3. Ross is he's going to have to wear it right now. Fires. And there's a comebacker. Tyson throws to first, and that ends the half inning. But the Dodgers get another run tacked onto their total. We're through 5.5. It's 7-2 Dodgers. To the bottom of the 6th. Zach at 85 out of a possible 115. First, we need a 3rd baseman. And that's going to be Hairston. And you see why I don't want to play him there. 887 field percentage. Excuse me. All right. Well, 1 weakness here should not equal 2. So we're going to put Cruz in for Gordon. Otherwise, defense looks pretty good for Zach. See if we can get 2 more half innings out of him, but we'll see. Bottom of the order, Amarista, Siriaco, and Ross's spot. There's a ground ball to Loney. He fields it. 1 out. Siriaco, 1 for 1, and he's singled and been hit by a pitch. Been on base both times. There's a ground ball to Loney. Fires to Greinke covering, and he's out. Underhand flip. 2 outs for Ross's spot. I don't think he'll hit for himself. Jesus Guzman coming in. Jesus hitting .259 on the season. Greinke at 89 pitches. Watches a fly ball to center. That's a can of beans. Black. Victorino makes his 2nd great play. I guess he dove again to make that catch. That's his 10th on the season. He had to dive. We're through 6 innings. 2/3 of this game is complete, and it's 7-2 Dodgers. Dale Thayer coming in to pitch for San Diego. Schumacher, Puig, and Greinke to face Dale Thayer with a 2.30 ERA, 21 hits and 31 in the 3rd innings pitched, 7 walks, 30 strikeouts, a whip of .894. Schumacher looking for his first hit of the day. Does he get it? Yes, finally. Hits it over Kotze's head. Pass is Venable, and it's going into the corner. Schumacher can run. He'll stay a second. Poor play by Kotze helped it to happen. That's Schumacher's 11th double of the season. I don't know what number of poor play that is for Kotze, though. All right. Nobody out. Leadoff double. For Puig is 2 for 3. Yasiel has singled again, and fly to deep left. Pitch by Thayer struck him out. 1 out. For Greinke, who's 1 for 3. He singled, struck out, and grounded to short, but was safe on an error. Thayer delivers. The ground ball to Siriaco. Big Saturday hop. Across to Kotsay, and Schumacher moves to third on the play. 2 down now. For Ethier, who's 1 for 3. But it was a big one, a 3-run home run, way back in the first. Thayer's pitch is a base hit to left over Siriaco's head. Schumacher scores the 8th run for the Dodgers, and Ethier stretches it into a double, his 15th of the season. He's in scoring position with 2 outs for Hairston, who had a single his first time up, thanks to a poor play by Kotsay. And does he have another single? It looks like he does. It's into right field, and it falls in front of Venable. Ethier scores without a choice on my part. I wonder if that's his first RBI of the season. It can't be. But Jerry Hairston Jr., 2 hits in this game. Now 9-2 Dodgers. Thayer at 20 pitches. Still in there, has to face A.J. Ellis. And he strikes him out. His second strikeout of the half inning. We're through 6.5, but the Dodgers add 2 more and lead 9-2. Greinke is strong. 91 out of a possible 115 will face the top of the order for the 4th time, Logan Forsythe, who's flied out, struck out, and grounded a single that scored a run. He gets a liner right at Cruz. He's got it. 1 out. Wind now blowing in from left field at 3 miles an hour. So over here. Venable 0 for 2. Steps in, good numbers in the box. He is grounded to second, flied to center, and walked. Pitch by Greinke at 96 pitches. Fly ball to Victorino. That is a can of corn. As he drifts back, he drops the apron and collects the ball. 2 out. For Headley, who's 2 for 3, he scored a run. Chase has singled to left, doubled off the wall and right, and struck out. Greinke going to go over the century mark here. Watch as Headley hit a deep fly ball to right, and that looks gone. It is a solo shot for Chase Headley. 6th home run of the season, 3rd run for the Padres, and the game gets a little bit closer. It's now 9-3. 326 feet for Chase. Breaking now over 100 pitches. At 102, we'll face Quinton, who's 0 for 3 thus far. He strikes him out. Bad day for Carlos. We're through 7. It's 9-3 as Nick Vincent comes in to pitch. Vincent on the season, 3 1/3 innings pitched with 2 strikeouts. That's it for him. He'll face Cruz, Loney, and Victorino. Cruz, this is his first at bat. He strikes out. Okay, I can't take Loney out yet. I could take Victorino out. Save an at bat there. I don't think I have anybody who can play Loney's spot. This is why we need Van Slyke to come back. Can Fedorovich play first base? If Fedorovich can play first base, I'm going to use him there. Let's see. He can. He's terrible at it, but we're going to do that. Save Loney at bat. This game's a blowout. All right, Tim Fedorovich in this season is hitting .226 with 4 home runs and 11 RBI. Vincent's pitch is a strikeout. That's a second. 2 out for Victorino. These are the players I have on my bench. So Victorino's going to have to hit. Pitch, struck him out. 3 strikeouts. We're through 7.5. It's 9-3 Dodgers. Zach at 109 out of 115. Face Kotsay, Grandal, and Amarista. I don't think he's going to go that far. This might be his last at bat. We're 6 outs to a win. We're trying to use as little of a bullpen as possible. First of all, I need to put Fedorovich at first. Okay, Tim's there. I'd like to just leave Schumacher there because that gives Ellis a day off. Cruz, Hairston's terrible. Could give Puig a couple at bats. I don't need to. All right, let's play. Greinke is tiring. Let's see if he can tire his way to one more out. His Kotsay is 1 for 3. He strikes out. That's Greinke's 5th strikeout. He's now at 115 out of 115. And Grandal is up. All right, let's go see. Anybody finish off 5 outs for me? Guerrero only has 5 outs for the rest of the season. Belisario's available. Jansen's better not be available. The 2 lefties. We're going to let Zach pitch some more. I don't care if he gives up a home run. There's the pitch by Zach. There's a ground ball to second. Schumacher's already got 1 error. He makes a web gym to make up for it. Fires out Grandal and gets him. His 4th great play of the season is his best. Ground ball back up the middle. Diving stop by Schumacher to Fedorovich at first, and he's out. 2 outs. 4 outs from a win. And it's Amarista 0 for 3. Greinke's over 119, but we're going to try and coax 1 more out of him. There's a fly ball to Puig. Back goes Puig, but it's a can of... Whoa, no, it's over his head. Is it gone? It is gone. I thought it was a can of corn. It turned into some popcorn in the stands. Alexei Amarista hits his 5th home run of the season, 333 feet, and it's 9-4 Dodgers. As Greinke has shown, he's out of pitches. Siriaco is 1 for 2. He's reached base on a single and a hit by pitch, and he's grounded to first. We're going to still try for some more out of Greinke. There's a liner right at Cruz. That should be caught, and that ends the half inning. But the Padres get a solo shot from Alexei Amarista. We're through 8. It's 9-4 Dodgers. That's what you can do when you got an offense that gives you a big lead. You can force your starter to pitch too much, apparently. Hopefully we haven't hurt him for the next start. Go to the 9th, 9-4. Schumacher leads off against Vincent. We just want to get this game over with. Ground ball to Forsythe. That's an easy out. 1 down. For Puig is 2 for 4. He goes and gets a base hit. That's his 3rd hit of the game. Ground ball past Siriaco into left field. A poor play by Pedro. Gives it up. Houston Street is coming into pitch to Zach Greinke. Okay, we can pinch hit for Zach. I just don't really want to. There we go. Strikes him out. First strikeout for Street, and there's Ethiers 2 for 4 with the 3-run home run that we've been talking about since the first inning. And now he hits a can of black beans to center. Amarista drops the apron, and that finally finishes the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom. It's 9-4. All right, I have no choice. I have to use somebody out of the pen. And I'd like it to be Guerrero. He only has 5 more outs left in his Dodger career, but 3 of them right here would be helpful. Matt with a 3.45 ERA, 25 hits and 31 and 1/3 innings pitched. 16 walks, 25 strikeouts, a whip of 1.30. I don't really care what happens this half inning as long as he doesn't give up 5 earned runs. Denorfia hits a ground ball to Schumacher. 1 out. Next up, Forsythe, who is 1 for 4. He got a single, an RBI single, back in the 4th inning. This game seems like it's been going on forever. Hits a liner right at Cruz. That's 2 outs. For Venable, who's 0 for 3. He has grounded to second. He was safe on Schumacher's error. Fly to center, walked, and fly to deep center. We're 1 out from a win. Allows a ground ball to short. Cruz waits for the big Saturday hop, but he makes a poor play and Venable's safe. Second time Venable's safe on base. This game, Cruz's second poor play of the season. Venable can run, I don't care. Headley's 3 for 4 with the home run. He hits a comebacker to Guerrero, it looks like. He's got it. He secures it. He tosses it to Fedorovich, and the game is finally over. The Dodgers win in a blowout, 9-4. 9, 15, and 2 for the Dodgers. 4, 9, and 1 for the Padres. This game was over in the first. I know the Dodgers didn't score 4 runs in the first, but you didn't think they were going to stop there. Loney with 3 hits. Puig with 3 hits. Ethier with 2 hits, including 4 RBI. That's a 3-run home run. Everybody got a hit except D. Gordon in the starting lineup. Greinke, not his best stuff. I would not be shocked to see a minus here, but he was only allowed 112 pitches. I spent 128 of them. He gave up an extra run that he wouldn't have, so sorry, ERA. 8 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 home runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Not great. Guerrero, very good. Gave up a hit, but that was a poor play on defense. Volquez, 3 1/3, 9 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 home runs. You see the bullpen mixed. Any miscellaneous things to note? Nothing stands out. A lot of poor plays and errors. 3 errors, 4 poor plays, 3 great ones, though. The ball was all over the field. The Dodgers win the 3rd game of the series. They look for the sweep next game. But more importantly, they're at 52 wins and 21 losses. In the stretch of 13 games in 12 days, I don't believe they have a loss. Notice I wanted to show you guys this before it changes. Starters ERA and bullpen ERA. If you didn't see it, if it disappears really quick, you can go back and see it at the beginning of the video. It was there. Dodgers have good bullpen good bullpen ERA and good starting ERA. But you should know that when you're 52 and 21. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Missed It By